All right, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon. We're on our way to the gym right now. It's about 4:35, so we're gonna get a nice little workout in. Today we have back and buys. So the actual workout should be some squats, then some deadlifts, and then back, and then biceps. But we are feeling a little tight from yesterday's squat session, so not too convinced we will do deadlifts or squats. We might just go straight in the back of biceps, but yeah, we will see how it's going. Overall, I've been feeling pretty good. Weather's nice. It's like 50 degrees right now, even though it could be 70 degrees, and I would still wear this North Face. Sometimes I'm always cold and warm at the same time, but yeah, hopefully it'll be a good workout. I'm actually going to do, I might do a little yoga before we lift, do some like intense stretching. I haven't even taken my pre-workout yet, so yeah, we'll see. Hopefully the gym isn't busy and we can get a good workout in. So see y'all at the gym. All right. Hello from Ohio, everybody. Hope you all had a great Valentine's Day. I know I did. I got to spend the time with my beautiful barbells and dumbbells and weights. I'll say that this workout got off to an interesting start because there was way more people than I expected. So I couldn't go in the order that I wanted to. This is no excuse. You should never have like a set order of things you have to do in the gym to have a good workout. I just like that. So I wanted to start with squats and then deadlifts and then do back, but we kind of did it in reverse order and started with some back. I actually don't even know what this machine is called. It's just kind of like a machine, bro. Something becomes available, and it was good. I mean, every machine, you can honestly make a workout out of like 3 exercises or 3 machines, as long as you hit it hard enough and go with high intensity and really make yourself exhausted. You're good. You're solid. So we ended up doing this until I wanted to move on to some lat pull downs. Lat pull downs are a staple if you are trying to grow your lats. They are basically a machine version of a pull-up, and one piece of advice I would give everybody or anybody asking how to grow my lats, not that I'm an expert or anything, but just to make sure you're using the right piece of equipment. As you can see there, I was using a long bar and I ended up switching to this close grip cable bar because I just realized I wasn't really feeling a mind-muscle connection when I was using the long bar, no matter how wide or close my grip was. But with this, I felt it much better, and I actually just felt like I was actually doing something instead of just moving the weight. And another thing, I go pretty light on these. I think it's another mistake people make. They go way too heavy and end up turning it into a row movement, which isn't going to hit your lats. I mean, it will, but not as effectively as it would be if you were taking the weight lighter and just focusing on the contraction. After we finished with the lat pull downs, we moved on to this one arm cable pull down, which is an exercise I haven't done before. I saw it on a Jeff Nippard video earlier this week and said I will try it out, and I absolutely loved it. I actually did it wrong in this video. I should have had the opposite leg up of the side that I was working on, but I fixed that in my second set. Besides that, it was great workout. Great exercise. It really allowed me to focus on connecting with my lat, since it's A on one side and 2, the weight is leg. And so once again, like I was preaching, you don't have to go heavy with lats. You just need to have a really good mind-muscle connection. And taking this cable row and just going slowly, pulling fast and just slowly 3, 2, 1, letting the weight sit back and then pulling again, you will destroy your lats. I could barely raise my arms after this. And by the time we were done with all of the lat pull downs, this area was finally clear again, so we got some squats in, and I was very, very happy. So this is what I wanted to start my workout with. So we ended up doing 4 sets of 3 on squats. I tried to do a little pause at the bottom, because that was what my program asked for. It's technically a squat variation, so my way of adding a variation is making them pause reps, and by standing on a plate for some additional dorsiflexion, which can help with ankle and hip mobility. Again, this is just to add a different variation of squats. I could have done front squats. I could have done, what do they call them? Like wide stance squats, just any sort of squat variation, but this is just what I opted for. And I do switch it up from week to week. So next week you might see me doing front squats. After this, we were feeling good. I didn't plan on doing deadlifts when my workout started because my whole body felt pretty tight. But I was like, whatever, let's do some deadlifts. So we ended up having a go at deadlifts. It went okay. My deadlift form is not great because I do them infrequently. I just think it's a high risk exercise. I've heard of too many friends getting injured doing them. So you probably won't see me do them too much. And I know it's actually probably, a lot of people say that, oh, if you do the right form, you won't get injured. Again, with my goals, I don't really care about pulling 800 pounds, I don't care about that, I'm trying to have a healthy lower back until I'm like 80, 90, I don't want to have to explain to my mom, I was deadlifting and I hurt my L2 and now I can't walk. No, I ain't trying to do none of that. So that is the main reason we do not really care about deadlifts. I'll add them in, like I said, every now and then. If I do feel my form is good enough to really push the weights. Like I can deadlifts up to 300 pounds, but beyond that, I'm just no, not worth it. But after the deadlifts, we moved on to some pull-ups. Like I said, also a really good exercise. My back was already kind of fried from all the stuff I had done before this point. So I think I only did 3 sets of 5. I did want to just get a few in just to, they're a great exercise and I am trying to improve on them. So I try to make sure I do them every day. I work my upper body. And they were very, very difficult. But right after that, my workout was kind of all over the place. We ended up doing some bicep curls, some seated bicep curls. The reason for doing seated bicep curls is that you can't cheat, or you can't cheat as much because your back is on the bench. So really just focus on the contraction, really focus on keeping everything tight. And normally when I fail, I stand up and go to failure again. But for these, I just stayed seated and did about 3 sets of these. I forgot, I actually switched the style of curls to hammer curls for the second set. Still seated though. And then halfway through, I did concentration curls. I hate doing biceps. It's pretty boring to me. So I do end up changing things with biceps a lot just to make things fun. Because doing the same things over and over again gets boring. Gotta make the gym fun. So that's what I'm doing every time I try to work out. Try to confuse myself. But after we did those bicep curls, we ended up going to this rear delt machine. With the rear delt, it's a small muscle, so go light. You can do this with dumbbells too on the bench, just lay flat on the bench. But you want to think about, with this machine particularly, you want to just think about scooping out and then coming back slowly. So that is what I did. I did I think I did 2 sets of these. And that's really all my rear delts needed. It is a muscle a lot of people neglect, but working your rear delts will really help give you that cap shoulder look if you're trying to grow your shoulders. And lastly, but not least, we did some more curls with the rope curl because I didn't really feel like I gave them enough attention with the seated dumbbell curls. And I like cable exercises because they keep the resistance through the entire motion of the exercise. Whereas when you're doing dumbbell curls, for example, you really only feel the resistance when you're doing the negative part. So you curl up and then you really have to focus on controlling the weight down and then you go back and forth. But with a cable, you feel that resistance the whole way through. So cables are a great way to burn out, which is what I did here. I just did them until I felt really good. And then that was the end of my workout. Did some cardio and got out of there. Happy Valentine's, everybody. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.